how does that sound right there? Actually, I'm going to do one more thing.
I can hear the difference.
Okay, and how does that sound? Do you think my voice sounds too tinny or too sharp? Or do you think it sounds good?
Sounds good. It doesn't sound echo, but I hear myself echo.
Your own voice echo. Let's try. Alright, and how does that sound? Does that sound any better?
I don't know. I can't really tell the difference. So will I be able to like always hear like my own voice?
Yeah, your own. I mean, you should be hearing your own voice. That's normal. Here I am going to take down a few things. And how do you think that sounds right there?
I hear something like I can't make out the sound, but I hear something that I didn't hear when I first came in with that one, with the old one.
You either hear the AC or you hear the fan on the computer.
Yeah, the computer fan's going like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You'll hear a lot more with these because they have a lot better. They're picking up a lot more of the pitches, so you're hearing the higher and the lower pitches a lot better. You're not just hearing the mid-range. You're getting a lot more, which means you'll get a lot better clarity as well.
So then I should be able to hear things like a cricket and little things that I haven't been able to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like your daughter talking under her breath or waiting until she gets out of the room and then saying something? Yeah.
Yes. Now, I have the right one set lower than what it needs to be, just because it's been pretty much dead because you haven't had a hearing aid in that ear for a really long time.
You mean the left?
The right ear.
Okay.
That's the one you didn't have a hearing aid in. So we need to kind of, so it was your dead one as far as it wasn't getting help.
Okay.
So now we need to kind of, okay, it's getting some help, but it's not used to it. So we need to kind of like let it
because it feels weird having something in that ear. But at the same time, it's like just moving my feet like across the floor, like I can hear that I haven't been able to hear before.
And all these little sounds.
Yeah.
And if he starts talking to you on your right side, you can hear him.
Am I going to be able to hear people from behind me now?
Hopefully, let's see. Alright, so if I'm coming around behind you and I'm still talking in my nice normal voice, I'm not yelling, are you able to hear me?
And I can make out every word you're saying instead of trying to figure that out.
Okay, if I'm going a little further away, so I'm just talking from you in the hallway, can you still understand me?
Yeah.
Good. Alright.
This is awesome,
Okay.
Now you know how we fix that problem? Throw a pack of firecrackers.
Let's not make our hearing worse. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to go over, so first of all, let me just say this is a rough fit, so we will have to come back and do some adjustments. So next time you come in, just make sure you tell me everything that you liked or maybe still needs tweaking.
At this moment, I feel like such a little kid because it's like I can't describe the feeling, just being able to hear.
Also, that it has its great points and it has its bad points. So if sounds start to annoy you, don't be afraid to turn it down or even take a break from that right ear because it might get overwhelming. You haven't heard this good in that right side for a really long time, and you haven't heard this good in your left ear either. So if you feel like it gets a bit much, just take it out for a little while and take a break.
Usually when I'm talking to people, sometimes they're in conversation and I'm usually just nodding my head and yeah, even though I didn't hear them. Or sometimes they'll say, what, or huh, and sometimes after so many times and repeating, because the syllables sound off or something, and they get aggravated, and then I get aggravated.
Alright, well, the next thing I'm gonna go over are your buttons.
Okay.
The sounds that the buttons will make at least. So the first one, if you hear this, that's your battery dying. So
That's
gotta change
kind
the
of
battery.
used to the other
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Now these, you do have, so when you're turning up your volume and you get as loud or as soft as you can go, you'll hear this. So that means you can't go any further. When you're trying to get back to where I have you set in the middle, listen for this.
Okay.
Okay. And then